Good morning, chat. So, let's discuss the title for a second. So, as you guys know, I ended stream early, like very early on Thursday, because I started to really not feel well. That kind of carried over into Friday. Now, Friday, I guess that was a blessing in disguise, quote unquote, because apparently the PSN went down, and it from the reports that were being thrown into like down detector, it looks like a mass majority were reporting it around the time I would have gone live, or I would have been live for about an hour before it started struggling. I do not know when exactly, if I even was affected by it. It looks like it was like a worldwide outage. So I don't know if I would have been affected, or I'm assuming I would have been. Just straight up, I think I would have been. The question would have been when, and I don't exactly know. So, blessing in disguise for that. But I did, take medicine and stayed in bed and for a little while. And by the end of Friday, I felt all right. Like I didn't feel terrible. Saturday, I felt a lot better. Still a little congested here and there, but it was nothing I couldn't handle. And then there was yesterday, which I will is what the title is addressing. Um so this could have been a little bit to do with me not feeling well earlier as well. As you guys know, I comment on that the corner gets hot at this point. Like even in the winter, it gets warm in this corner. Well, I had both my fans on. I had the little desk fan and my standing fan behind me, like I normally would. I should have known something was not right when I couldn't really feel the fans. I was just getting so hot. Well, what was I doing? I was doing this stupid thing. There it is. I was doing this event on my main. I was doing the actual like mini game stuff. And I was in here straight for 4.5 hours doing that. No real break in between. Like I stopped to talk to Forrest for a few minutes, but that was about it. And like I said, I couldn't feel the fans. Like I was just getting that hot that it just didn't do anything. So when I finished, and by finished I mean I got all the primos out of it and said F the rest of it. I got up, went into the living room, and as I was going out in the living room, I was like, all primos got. And I said this to nobody because Forrest was gone. He had gotten called into work. So I was like, oh, uh-oh. So I double checked with my brother and he's like, yeah, he got called out. I was like, okay. So instead of, okay, I'm kind of warm, I'm going to sit in the AC, I decided I was going to start dinner. We had gone to the farm early in the morning to get some fresh veg because I was just like, oh, a Facebook post showed that they actually had the cherry tomatoes. Now, I love cherry tomatoes. And I had said to Forrest, I was like, oh, you know what I can do? I can roast them in the oven and make a pasta sauce. I haven't done that in forever. And he was like, that sounds good. So I picked up the tomatoes, I picked up a pepper, picked up some more pickling cucumbers because we still have some brine. So I wanted to make up some more pickles. So I was like, okay, cut those up. And then I chopped up the veggies. I preheated the oven. So we had the oven on. Keep in mind, I was still hot. So I didn't get to sit down until those were in the oven. But I was constantly getting up, getting stuff out, and I was dealing with the dishwasher as well, and that does generate some heat. Um, and all that stuff. So I didn't get to sit down proper and try to cool off. And I didn't really think anything of it. It's just like go, 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 go. Just do what you need to do. And I went into the bathroom and I was just like, man, I'm really not feeling good. Like a wave of nausea hit me. Um, and I was just like, this is not great. I had the sauce all together at this point. I had the pasta on, so now we have the boiling water to deal with. The dishwasher was now on its heating cycle, and I had to be on that side of the counter to use the air fryer because I was having our chicken nuggets and a garlic bread going in it and whatnot. And I had finished the nuggets. I had the garlic bread in the air fryer. And I think at that point, I think it had just gone in. So there was roughly 7 minutes on both. And I finally sat down. I was just like trying to form a sentence. And this is why I said it might be connected to the way I was feeling Thursday. Because I had problems forming sentences. And I was like, the brain fog here is real. Like, I am forgetting the most basic bitch ass things. It's one thing to say, like, I forget the name of something, because that's inevitable sometimes. Like, the name of the Saurians. First of all, I never really memorized them when I was out in Natland, but I'm not in Natland anymore. It's been over a year since I really did anything in Natland, so it's just like I'm going to forget that as an example. As an example. So I could not form a sentence. And that's what caused me to ask Forrest to finish dinner. And he was like, "Oh, I only have to put stuff together, right?" I was like, "Yeah, you just have to mix the pasta and you can mix it in the pot that it's in. It's fine. The nuggets are already done, and you just got to take out the garlic bread." So he does that. He makes me a bowl, brings it over, and everything. And I'm eating very slowly because remember, I did not feel good. I felt very nauseous, so I was having to eat very slowly. And I had the some Celsius waters. So I was trying to get hydrated, so I knew that was part of the problem. I had the little fan pointing towards me. We had the AC on, and I decided I'm going to look up how I'm feeling. Now, obviously, a lot of the time Google could be wrong. Case in point, a few years ago, anytime I bent over, my nose would run. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I've never had this happen. Like, what is happening? The actual answer to this question is that it was a sinus thing. It was an allergy thing that was causing it to do that. It just was kind of weird that it happened every time I bent over. What did Google say the first thing? And I'm not even joking. The first thing was my brain was leaking. So I tend to take anything I look up medical wise with a grain of salt sometimes. But in this instance, it was definitely more so that, yeah, general consensus, it was heat exhaustion. And the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke was actually a high temperature. And that was the thing. I didn't actually feel feverish at all. So I knew that wasn't the case and it would be much more severe than it was. But, but, hi, Ann, how you doing? What am I going to start? ZZZ free Hugo? 50 subs. 50 subs and I'll play ZZZ. Um so yeah, like the way I was feeling and everything just kind of compounded into that it probably might have been heat exhaustion from the start. So a little bit of like a cold because again, I did have congestion. I did have like a weird sore throatish kind of thing. Into it always being hot in the corner. And unlike when I stream, where I would get up, I'd be like streaming for what, 2 hours ish. I get up, I go and make lunch. So at that point, like I either turn on the AC when it feels really warm or I'm standing in it. And I'm up for about what, 10 minutes maybe? 10 minutes usually at the most. to cool and I cool down and stuff like that. I didn't do that yesterday at all. It was literally going from the hot corner into the kitchen and made that even warmer because I was cooking. And that was bad. Now, this is where I don't know which to believe on the duration of how long it can last. It's some things said 30 minutes to like a day, some said 24 hours to 72 hours. So I'm gonna call it in the middle here for like 24 hours. So what we're going to do today is literally our normal daily stuff. So free to play Genshin, main Genshin, and then Star Rail. So after Star Rail, I'm going to end stream. And this way I can go and just make sure I'm cool enough, I'm getting hydrated and whatnot if I do feel tired still. Because as it was, Forrest would actually um I don't want to say admit, that's wrong too. But he'll confirm, there we go. That I when he left for work, I said I might lay down because I started to feel tired, like very tired again. Which I did, actually. So I woke up with my alarm and whatnot. So I want to make sure I'm rested. I want to make sure that I am taking care of myself proper now that I did identify what part of that problem was. And we will play it by ear going forward this week, at least for the next couple days. Because, like I said, it said anywhere between 24 and 72 hours at the longest duration. So, thankfully, this week is supposed to be on the cooler side. Like today is only supposed to hit around 80, and that's the highest it's getting. So, um, the idea for this week, though, is the main right now is all caught up with what I need or what I wanted, which was the Primo Gems. We are going to tomorrow go through the story for this event. We'll spam through it. We'll see how fast we can get through it. So, starting up for stream, we will do free to play and then go into Star Rail and then go into the main. Depending on how long it takes on my main, we will go jump back into free to play and do what we need to do. So, spam story with this first, because part of the reason I want to do this outside of the primos is actually the drops for or the leveling materials for Sandrone because her boss is Linnea's. And I would like Linnea on free to play. So I would like to have that set up a little bit. Wednesday, both accounts will deal with this because everything should be unlocked at that point, I'm pretty sure. So we'll deal with that on Wednesday. So Tuesday and subsequent, of course, we have the moon. So we are 11% off of getting the exploration primos. And then we just got to finish the story up. We just ran into Columbina, so we should be fairly close to finishing it. And then that'll be that. Unless I didn't do the You didn't do the sniping event? Oh, that was such a fast event too. Excuse me. So that's going to be that. If this didn't kill my hand, I would actually try doing that for the 60, but that thing completely kills my hand. Also, let's say happy birthday to the cutest girl ever. It's Klee. She can't spell not cry. So after we get the exploration, like the absolute necessary exploration done to get the bonus primos, we'll have to revisit what we're doing because I do know we need certain farming stuff done on both accounts. We only have 2,200 primo gems. We do have 30 glitter, so we have at least 6 wishes there. So I don't have high hopes of having a lot of wishes. Oh, talk to Catherine. a lot of wishes going into
Add Astra.
Snezhnaya, but I mean, part of that is one, the amount of time I've spent farming, which isn't a heck of a lot. I will be the first to admit that. And we grab these whenever we see them. I will be the first to admit that I haven't done a heck of a lot of farming, but we also have to stop to realize that a chunk... I lucked out and did the smart thing by single pulling when I did for Columbina, but most of our savings went into Columbina. There was no lucky loo of getting an early... We thankfully did win the 50-50. I think that's the more important thing.
Take it easy.
Definitely the more important thing to me was winning the 50-50. So we'll have to see. Because here's the thing. Like, Odette is going to help out for sure at some point. I don't know for what team we're going to need her for the characters I have. For the characters I have. Because keep in mind, this account doesn't have Mizuki. Now, don't get me wrong. I can pick her up for the anniversary. I can pick her up when the slider comes back. Selector comes back. Which I probably will. And at that point, too, we'll also have to maybe consider Chi-Chi. Actually leveling Chi-Chi. But we'll have Cryo Traveler. At the very least, we'll have Cryo Traveler.
Bring it.
So if I miss out on Odette from the start, it might suck, but it might not be the end of the world. But we'll see. Whenever the special program is, we'll see what they can do. And I'll decide on if I'm screwed or not.
Such defiance. I live within you.
A turning point in fate!
The beast. Now, health aside, I'm just gonna say it. The minigame stuff for the film festivals event sucks fucking balls. It is so tedious. And I understand, okay? Before anyone comes at me and says, well, it's meant to be done, like, you know, every day kind of situation, not one day for 4 hours straight. Like, you're supposed to do it a little bit each day. I get how it was designed. It's still fucking tedious. Even if I sprinkled that into a little bit of, like, daily routine, like getting to a point of, like, diving every so often to make sure I can sell stuff and then do the selling part of it. It's still tedious. Which is why I was just like, I Now, granted, I'm not great at micromanaging. I'm not. So it probably took me a few extra attempts to do something versus the way Forrest did it. But I don't know. I don't think it really mattered. It was just long. I kind of miss, like, now granted, the moon was something separate with its own quest versus, like, the Summer Isles having the area plus the quest. I only got one of those. Where'd it go? Oh, you're an ass. That was nice of it.
Bring it.
Yeah, it definitely didn't fall. I know that, but whatever. I saw two. Did everybody else see two? Because it said I only grabbed one. And I clearly saw that I didn't grab the second one. I don't know. I guess I was spoiled by, like, having Simulanka be my first... Oh. Thank you.
Our little secret.
Decay! New life!
La la la. Sparks and flash.
As I was saying, like, I guess I maybe got a little bit spoiled for Simulanka being my first, like, summer event because the story was good, the area was huge, and it didn't feel like anything, like, chore-like. It was literally just going to explore a new event that was unfortunately time-gated. Or time-sensitive? Whichever. And then the summer event from Netland, though stuck around, you know, at the very least, it was cohesive. You had all the summer stuff and the mini games that were there for the summer event. And then the area just stuck around with the storyline for Bennett. Fine. I don't know what's sticking around exactly for Sandrone.
Bring it.
And okay, don't pick up the sweet flower. Because obviously, the film festival story is Sandrone's quest. It's her story quest. So obviously they're not going to get rid of that. But as somebody who is going to do this twice, is going to spam the story or see the story before doing all the fishing and stuff like that to fill the aquarium, it's funny because it makes no sense. If, like, the storyline is kind of weird if you don't do the fishing gathering in between pieces. And let's also not forget, like, there's still story in between, like, with the fishing gathering and stuff like that. It's all voice too. Your interactions with Seedween and Fremine and even Sandrone. So I wonder if all of it is going to stay, and then the rewards are not going to be there. But if the rewards aren't going to be there, what the heck's the point of doing it?
I live within you.
A turning point in fate! Leave it to me!
So I am curious of what they're going to do to keep it. But I do wish they would have something similar to Simulanka again. And I know the old school players kind of wish for the Golden Apple Archipelago. Too many A's. Birds are being way more chatty this morning. Like, typically I'll hear them when I wake up, and it's usually sometimes what wakes Forrest and I up. Because it sounds like they're like right outside our window when we do have trees outside our window, but they're like not so close that it should sound like they're sitting on like the windowsill. But I could just hear some just now, and normally I don't.
Bring it.
Oh yeah, I couldn't get that one to open. Actually, no, that's not the one I have to fire at. That's the island one? Is that the one that has all the lightning? In a certain spot? I don't remember. One day I'll continue exploring Inazuma and finish out the quest on Surumi Island. One day.
Da da da. La la la. Ha. Ooh.
Now, artifact routes were something I did not do over the weekend. As I tend not to. Just because it is, even though it is a part of the daily routine, on the weekends, I just don't want to do it. I deserve a respite. And for this coming weekend, I will do the fishing stuff off stream. Like, that stuff I am not doing that. I'm not subjecting you guys to that shit on stream. I will be sure to make sure I, like, for an example, play for a couple hours, like 2 hours or so, and then, like, stop.
Heaven's will made mine.
Boost at it!
Decay!
The wrong test.
New life!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Aaron didn't even get to skill. But yeah, I'll definitely make sure to, like, only play for like 2 hours or so and then back away and then go back in the next day.
Bring it.
We have 2 weeks left on it, so like 2 weekends worth, I believe. So I should be able to do it. The goal at the very least for free to play, as much as I need all the primos I can get, is just to get Charlotte's skin. That was a slow-ass jump, Shalona. Also, spoiler ahead, maybe you guys saw the new death battle. of Avatar Aang versus the Traveler, specifically Ether. What? What? What the hell was that?
Bring it.
So I watched that last night, and going in, that's what I said, spoiler, I'm gonna say who won. Going into it last night, I was just like, it's going to be Aang. Aang is going to win. And it typically is formulaic. Forrest and I were discussing this morning. That basically the character who has more source material is typically the one who wins.
Stay back! A turning point.
Jumpy dumpy go!
Is typically the one who wins. So Aang definitely should have won. And now what I said should have. Yeah. Ether actually won. And as I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, this is what they're taking into consideration and all that stuff. As the fight was going, I paused when he won and I was like, wait a minute. Because Aang was in the Avatar state. And I was like, what? And as I break it down as to why, again, a little bit of brain fog too. I should have realized what was happening. Genshin itself, its mechanics. Ether was reacting off of Aang. And they took into consideration not game mechanic Ether, but cutscene Ether. Our travelers have access to all their elements at one time. The game just can't let us choose that in combat. They have to go and change it because that's how the game is structured and coded. But in story, he has access to all of it. So when Aang has all the elements around him, guess who's going to explode? And I was like, you know what? That's actually clever, and I'm happy. Don't get me wrong, I love Avatar The Last Airbender. It was so good. Was Aang my favorite character? No, Zuko was. But it was a good show and everything about it I loved. But yeah, I really wanted Ether to win, and I'm glad they actually acknowledged a lot of the stuff that's happened in cutscene story versus how the game actually works. So even though I said the outcome, I highly recommend going to watch the battle because it was entertaining and it was interesting on how it all played out. All right, let's go fight our weekly Dottores.
Forging.
Because we're still also trying to finish off Nicole, too.
All here shall bend to my will.
I live within you.
Stay back! The story has only...
Our little secret.
The story has only just...
Stop running.
Bring it.
Watch out!
God dang it, Tori, stop.
Get back!
I think not.
Snatch it from my grasp!
Just fucking go.
You won't distract me this time! Just like a little
secret.
Bring it! The story has only just begun! Watch it!
Sparks and flash!
New world that I've longed for.
Stupid Dottore. Okay, we got one for Nicole. We have two. All right, good. I think that means I can crown her skill now. And then we got a billet. We got a book billet. Yes, it does. Okay. So we will need to get more books for Nicole to crown her burst because we do burst on her for Klee. So, that's Tuesday. Actually, we can do that today after we fight the other Dottore. So we will do that. Craft level amount 22 so we can crown, which is fine. And then how are we doing on these? I have almost 300. That's fine. All right. So awesome. Her bombs are heavy.
Bombs.
With the marrow
Okay, let's not get clobbered by this again.
hold the false moon's fall.
Accelerating insulation chamber. A new moon rises. Swirl. Mark 2.
Annihilation mode. Observe. Close your eyes.
That's
To
more
dust.
like it. Your shadows.
Be silent. To dust.
A moonlit night for all. Surge.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Night falls.
All right, can we at least get one more hit?
Close your
Thank you.
eyes. Night falls.
Defensive mode engaged. Stay clear. A new moon rises. Flow.
Be silent. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
Yeah, Columbina makes this so much better. If I can, so one of the two things, if I can get Blood-Soaked Ruins or Fractured Halo, I think I might not have to go into the things. Now, again, even on my main, sometimes I have to, but... Yeah, we got one for Bina. We got one for Bina. We love to see that. We don't like to see those. Now, the sad thing is, I do have 7 of these. This should be Alyosha's, but it's also Linnea's, so we'll see how that goes. Nah. Okay. I will double check to see what I can solvent. Because I only have like 4 solvents. It's not a lot. But we do have 2 for Bina, so we can up her skill. I would have thought her burst would have been first. Oh, yeah. Let's sit. That's not Nicole. There we go. So with the rest of her stuff, we are going to... I think we have enough. If I'm being honest, I think we do have enough. Because I think that just said... Wait. Before I do that, did that just say I can make 60 of those? Yes. So I don't need to do that. Let's go... Let's go do that for Nicole really quick. I think it's ley lines. I think it is going to be ley lines. Respectable. So we need 16, so 13, because I have 19 now. 1, 2. No, I will need to do it. I will need to do it. Alright. That's fine. That is fine. Alright, let's crown Nicole. Up 1 for Bina. And we'll keep Bina even, so the next one will be her burst, much like we did Nicole. I don't know why I did that. I do need to go and do that. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Just make sure we're on the right one.
Cleanup sequence. Moon blade. Three moons converge.
Be silent.
Mina might need a little bit more ER. Hey, Onwet, how you doing? Well, to be fair, no. The AC doesn't quite reach the bedroom, and you guys have heard me many times say that the corner's getting hot and stuff. So between the being around all the electronics being on, because of the capture card, I have to have my PC on to run the PlayStation. So 3 electronics there. Could not feel the fans that were like, actually at a cross section because I have my little fan on the desk and then I have the one behind me. I literally just kept putting myself in the heat versus sitting out in the air conditioning and taking a break. And I was doing the stupid film festival event on my main. So yeah, I stupidly did not take a break to sit out in the AC when I realized I was getting warm, but it is what it is. Plus, again, like it could have been a little bit of the heat exhaustion beforehand in a little bit of a cold because I definitely had symptoms of a cold from last Thursday and Friday. And I know you guys didn't see me Friday because I was asleep. I decided to take that day off. That sounds dire. Unfortunately, no, because it's a rental unit. We are in an apartment. And like I said, normally it's not that bad. I feel warm and then I just turn the fans on and stuff like that. I should have known something was wrong just because I didn't feel the fans. Like the fans weren't cooling me down. So I should have known something was up, but I was determined to actually get my primos, damn it. Really, Mina? Really?
A moonlit night for all.
Well, it was impressive for all enough of Bina. At a gold, we like the golds. We like the golds.
Insulation flame. A new moon rises. Absorption test.
Is there a reason you're not like flipping to characters?
Do you fear the dark?
All right, Bina needs a little bit more ER. Which makes sense. She is the only Hydro. Though I think she has around the same amount my main has, and my main does it fine. Also on R5 Amber.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Let's see if we can craft enough. If not, we still have tomorrow? Well, tomorrow the thing would be open anyway. Can make 6. Perfect. And 1 extra. Love that. All right, Nicole is all set to crown her burst. And then Bina has everything. She just needs the Dottore drops. All right, Bina, you have 182. You should not be struggling to get your burst. Huh, weird. Very weird. All right, let me think. I think we are...
add Astro.
Double checking, yep. Okay, I think right now we're going to be good on free to play. Because again, so for today, I am literally just doing dailies and we're going to finish out with Star Rail today. This way I can make sure I stay cool, go chill in the air conditioning. It should hit 80 degrees today. We'll see how humid it gets because we do have a bunch of rain coming starting tomorrow. Also, heads up, supposedly starting that rain is supposed to be a thunderstorm, so we'll see what happens. If I'm late, it's because of the thunderstorm. If you know, you know. But yeah, today we're just going to do our dailies, go through Star Rail, and then I'm going to end stream after lunchtime, just so I can take care of that. Everything I looked up with heat exhaustion, general consensus, like even like the symptoms can go away as quickly as like 30 minutes to 1 day, or it can take 1 day to 72 hours to actually completely recover from it. So I'm just gonna put it right in the middle. Both of them said 24 hours of everything I looked up. So I will just take the afternoon, cool off and whatever. I was going to do laundry, but I don't think going into the laundry room with no ventilation is a good idea. I have 4 wishes. Did I not use these when I leveled with Columbina? Okay, no hopes of a 4-star because we just got the rust. So we're at 59. $60. 61. 62. Oh, early perp. Uh-huh. Look, I love my Favoniuses, but I got a weapon the last time. And it too was a fucking bow. Can we knock it off with the bows, please? Please? R1. I only have two. Ugh. All right, I'll leave it as it is, actually. I'll leave it as it is. I might need a third fab bow. As much as I would like to max it out for Auroron, but yeah. I will leave it as it is. All right, I am going to flip to my main, so I will be right back. There we go. So again, just to let you guys know what we're doing this week. Again, today is going to be on the shorter side, just to make sure that I am okay after suffering the potential heat exhaustion from yesterday. So, gonna end it after Star Rail, but with Star Rail, we at least have currency wars, so I need to get through that. And then tomorrow, starting tomorrow, what I think we're going to do in terms of the structure of stream will be free to play first, and free to play will go up till lunchtime, and then we'll do our Star Rail at lunchtime. And then after lunch, I will go into my main and do my dailies. Depending on the time remaining for stream, we'll go back and what I need to do. If I need to do some things here and there on the main, whatever. But we'll go back into the free to play to take care of a lot of stuff that we need to get done before Snezhnaya, which is making sure we do the story event for Sandrone, making sure we do the little dancing one on both accounts, and then we'll do that Wednesday. And then the exploration on the moon plus the story on the moon, because I need to get those 200 primos out of it. So tomorrow we'll be just spamming through the Sandrone story because I think it would be the fastest, and it's the easiest for me to take a break during if I need to. Wednesday, like I said, we'll do the dancing one. That should be fairly quick, and everything should be open by then. If it's it should be gated. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but that's when we'll do it on both accounts. And then starting Wednesday, going into Thursday probably, we'll be finishing out the moon. So we'll do the story, and then as the story goes, we'll do exploration, as you know, because I've been doing that. But yeah, hopefully we can get all that done. In terms of the mini games for the festival event, I will do that over the weekend like I did for my main, but more intelligently this time. So, like I said, I'll probably do my dailies and then just do a little bit of it for a couple hours. So, like, say 2 hours ish, and then stop and do some more the following day instead of all in one lump sum. That was dumb. That was very, very dumb. And even then, it was also get the primos and run. And that's what I did. I did not care about the crown. I didn't care about, like, I honestly should care about the crown a little bit on my main because I've crowned a lot of people. But it's too tedious for me. It's way too tedious. All right.
Some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to
Add Astra.
Alpacas, you say? I hit the battle pass, but okay.
Reboot.
Yes. The fish has everything, I think, so I'm still gonna grab gold then. Oh, whoops! First, we gotta get the birthday letter for the birthday girl. Go, Klee. Okay, now I can go do this. Fontaine. Wow. I literally was just like, okay, let's go to Mondstadt. I know damn well Mondstadt has no artifacts. Well, Nuvi gets to make his appearance. Nuvi, when will you get a buff? I miss you. Although, I will say, like, supposedly the Imaginarium theaters for 7.0, apparently they are both Hydro. So Nuvi will make at least one appearance. I still hate the theater. All right, I think other than my bosses. Oh, okay then. I see you. Other than my bosses, I believe this week I am doing Mora ley lines for my main account, and then next week we'll be back to books. I've done well enough right now. I think I have like 600 heroes wits, which is pretty dang good. Then again, I didn't have a character to level this patch, so outside of Beto, I did level Beto a little bit. I think she is, yeah, I got her to 70. I did do the homework. We're air quoting the word homework because I don't know what to call it for the other characters. But we'll see. We'll definitely make our notes of what we're going to need when and where. I just have to make sure I have enough books to level Adet and Alyosha. Potentially? Question mark.
Silence!
Get to work! Like it or lump! How inconsiderate.
There was a significant delay on me doing things. That was weird. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't heard too much about the battle pass weapons or the craftables, so I can't remember which one's which. But supposedly there's I want to say it was battle pass, but so there's supposedly a bow that's coming out in Shinjaya that might be good on Linnea. And if that's the case, maybe I don't have to go for her weapon. I would like to, just because I like Linnea a lot. Oh no, I need Linnea, because those rocks should be available. And once we get confirmation, of course, from the special program on who is going to be on Banner, we'll definitely make our strat. Both accounts are definitely going for Odette. It just depends on the reruns. And this is where things get problematic. Not so much for the main, really, because again, I have the power of wallet on the main, right? It's just more of a spending responsibly kind of situation. Because if Arlecchino is on, especially if she's on the first half, then that causes problems because I need Odette. It wouldn't be, I don't, again, because of the Traveler, I don't know how much of a need she is going to be. Question mark, but so again, it's all going to depend on the showcase they give her. So it might be a situation where I could grab her later and go for Arlecchino, because Arlecchino more than likely would not rerun a second time in the patch. And you guys know I wanted to make Arlecchino my next C6. She is one of my favorites. She has carried my ass through so much. She definitely deserves it. But if she is, like, right out of the gate running in Snezhnaya, I'm not going to get very far. I might get C2 and that's it. You know, like, it's not going to make a dent like I did with Nuvi. The way Nuvi re-ran every time was kind of perfect because it gave me plenty of time to farm ahead. Like, I originally wasn't going for a Zibai. The only reason I went for Zibai was because of how fast I got his C5 and his C6. That was the only reason, and I could compensate for it. But I had Kazuha. Well, I got Kazuha first. Let me rephrase that. I did that backwards.
Settle down.
That wasn't Nuvi's fault. That was mine. But on the same token, like, as much as I love Arlie, and she has been a solid unit for me, I'm also not blind in the fact that the newer characters are going to do so much more for my account than getting C2 Arlecchino. So I'll show you the premium account as it is right now once we finish the artifact route. As of right now, my main account's in fairly good shape. So, taking into consideration that we'll have new areas to explore and everything as well. But it is going to determine... I'm so torn. Because again, I really want the C2 for Arlie. But again, I also know that Odette probably is going to be a must. So if I lose the 50-50, I need to make sure I can secure Odette. This was in a similar situation to Nuvi's C1 when Kazuha reran. So I got Kazuha first, but I was literally a 10 pull away from the 50-50. So I ended up with, you know, that 110er winning 50-50 and then going very deep into pity for Nuvi's C1. But I did end up with the C1 winning the 50-50. So that's kind of where I want to be, but that's not happening. I'm not building pity anywhere on my main out of fear of getting an early 5-star. Because if I can get an early Odette, then I'm golden, right? And this is all on the assumption that Arlecchino's on banner. But every rumor I've seen says that she is, so I have to kind of keep it in mind on how I want to do things. Now, free-to-play has more of the problem than this. Because again, Power of Wallet, I could at least swipe to get my C2. Should I win the 50-50 on Odette? If I lose the 50-50, then, well.
Fulfill our pact.
And shatter.
Yahoo!
Free to play is going to be a little bit more of a problem if the latest rumor is true and that running would be Inefa and Flynn's. Again, what side the reruns are on, I don't know, but it would make sense that they would run Inefa and Flynn's together. Not gonna lie. And I had just mentioned earlier, well, on the account that I wanted Fractured Halo and Bloodsoaked Ruins. So if they are running together, it creates that perfect scenario again, similarly to Nicole and Durin, where I charted Durin's weapon and I lost to Nicole's. It didn't really matter. I had both characters. So in which case, it doesn't really matter which one I chart. It just, if I lose to the other one, so be it. Because I want both weapons. But we are limited on what we can get on free-to-play, right? So we would need Odette, and then we would need one of the weapons. And I did say, depending on how good the Traveler is, if the Traveler can hold his own until a rerun of Odette, then... Oh, that's why I forgot to check. Did I ever level my Traveler on the free-to-play? I said I was going to after I leveled Bina. Did I do it? I don't remember if I did. Remind me tomorrow, chat, to look at Ether. Because if he's still 81, we need to level his ass.
Silence!
You two! Time to go, Lumi! Take this!
The wrong object.
Alright. And unlike my free-to-play account, I do know that I need to fight Andreas on this account for official. Because I want to see if Lowen's damage gets upped a little bit with Oz when it's crowned. Lowen is such a weird character. And I'm all for making sure your sub DPSs and supports are leveled and all that shit. But it's kind of strange. You're not gonna get me, Ghost Pig. Hello? I have a question. Did I win? It didn't tell me challenge was complete. Did I miss something? Or did I just kill it that fast? Okay. Ah, yes. Yeah, we did get the skin and everything. Like I said, I did get all the primos out of the event. And we're sitting pretty good. This is what we're looking at right now. So we only have 15 glitter, which is fine. Honestly, I would like to save any glitter for early Kino. But again, if she's right out of the gate, that's it. It is what it is. But if we go into the shop here, it says that I'm at 68. Huh. Oh, yeah. I was like, huh, that's not what I had yesterday. Duh, I got my Welkin. So in Primos plus the Fates alone, we're at 72. And then we have 5 wishes. Not 5 wishes. 3 wishes. Sorry. Yeah, because I was at 74 yesterday. I got it straight. Don't worry. So we're at Soft Pity right now. And we're still about 2 weeks out or so before Snow 9. So I have still the rest of the battle pass. So we'll get that chunk of primos at the end. And whatever my Welkin's going to give me. Plus the shop reset. So that's another 5. And the Imaginarium Theater. So we're good to go on the 50-50 for a debt. I have 2 wishes here. Thank you, Battle Pass. Okay, well. This is sus. You're not the free-to-play account. $40, $50, $51. So let's get these out of the way. Nothing exciting. Okay. So yeah, wish-wise, we're doing okay. And again, I'm still probably gonna still save it for early Kino unless I'm in dire straits needing primo gems for whatever character I need, whatever character I want / need. So as of right now, with the rumor mill in mind, from what I've heard, I didn't keep too many tabs on this. I just hear things here and there. I'm looking at Odette. I can't remember her name, but it's the opera singer. Mitia? Is that his name? Mitia? The boy that apparently might be a 5-star instead of the 4-star that looks like that he looks like a 4-star. He probably is going to be the must pull for me. If he is basically the equivalent to Yemiko, the Saritsa, and if Noi is playable, everything I've seen about Noi doesn't say anything about him being playable. It's just that he's very integral to the story. But that's what I'm looking at for the new characters. In terms of getting their signatures, I don't know. That would really determine on how good craftable and new battle pass weapons are, in addition to what I already have. Because if I can get away with throwing like, because I don't use the buy all the time, for an example, if I can get away throwing Shiori's weapon onto somebody, kudos. In terms of reruns, I would like Varka. Because I wanted Varka when he came out. It just happened that he reran with Flynn's, and I tried to vertical invest into Flynn's. Because I wanted his C2. And I still want his C2. But Flynn's is okay with his being C1 R1. But I would like Varka, which also means I need his SIG. I am very well aware that he's kind of crap without his SIG. I honestly would like constellations on Nicole and Durin, which would be the smarter vertical investment. This has to do with Lowen. I would like Lowen's weapon if he should get a rerun. Because I lost the last time and it was stupid to try to swipe for it. Again, I refused to say that I spent over $400 to get 2 characters and a weapon, and the weapon, as much as I love Lowen, would have been stupid to swipe for that. It would have been better to swipe for Nicole's if I was going to do that. Just saying. But I would like Lowen's weapon because it is definitely catered to him and might eke out his damage a little bit better. This also goes to the point of possibly even getting Durin's weapon, because like what I have to look at more so is looking at Lowen. I have to find a way to get all my supports and sub DPSs, this case Durin, to do more damage, so Lowen does more damage. Sorry, taking a sip of my coffee. That's been sitting there all nice and going, "Hey, I'm pumpkin spice. Don't you want to drink me?" And I'm like, "I really do." I really do. Let me see. Linnea's weapon is kind of an asterisk now, because if there is something on the battle pass or craftable that's really good for her over the slingshot, I would like to do that. Again, Skyward Harp wouldn't be bad to throw on her should I lose to it or get it on the standard banner. I'm okay with that too. So there is an asterisk for Linnea's weapon, and it also depends on when she's going to rerun. Because right now, rumor is she and Zbire are in 7.1. And if they're together, that creates a good scenario for me as well. To go, you know what? I'll go for one of the weapons, because if I can get one of the two, it's fine. Because if I get Zbire's weapon, that frees up Chiori's to actually go as a stat stick for somebody. We'll have to see if there's anything for Sino coming out with the new stuff. Because again, I didn't get whatchamacallit. Staff of Scarlet Sands. I was like, what the hell is the name of his weapon? Nicole's weapon for me would still be beneficial because she is on Flowing Purity right now. I would actually like for her to get her weapon. So we're looking at like at least C1 Nicole R1 and then C2 Durin max in terms of vertical investment. Any other characters? I don't think so. I don't necessarily need C1 and FA. I have R1. Again, I would like C2 Flynn's, but he's okay for the way he is. I don't necessarily need to vertically invest into Bina. Same with Lauma. Like, again, Lauma is for newbie specific. But being able to run a hodgepodge for Lunar wouldn't be bad either. Getting her C1 is what makes her a healer, right? So that wouldn't necessarily be bad. So if I did run her with Nuvi, then I have a healer for Purina without using Linnea. But at the same time, I kind of would want Gleam, so I would need another, I almost said Hexarai, not Cry character. I was looking at Prune. Ugh. And Arlecchino. Arlecchino's the only other one that I want to vertically invest in. So that's not necessarily bad. I'm trying to think, who came out in Nodcry? Is it just Varka? Is it just Varka that I'm missing that I wanted? I think so. Because I don't, as much, even though I have Lauma, I don't want Nefer. I don't like the way Nefer plays. Okay. So all depending on when characters rerun will determine if I can vertically invest. The only one I am going to gun for at any capacity is Arlecchino. So not a bad thing. Not too bad. And again, spending is going... I'm going to try keeping spending the way I did spend in Natland. Because I didn't spend a heck of a lot in Natland. It was literally the bonuses, and that was pretty much it. So, we're going to hopefully do that. So hopefully everything spaces out okay. Alright, let's go fight our Dottores.
Yeah, let's get this over with.
All here
Bow
shall
your head.
bend
Show no
to my
mercy.
will.
See, Laline, it's Papa. Shower me with praise. Let the world come.
Be sanctified. Silence!
Fulfill our pact.
Hear the echoes of the valley! Bring it!
Yoo-hoo!
Settle down!
He's just floating there. He's not even firing the laser.
Get
Bow
back.
your head.
Get to work.
Snatch it from my grasp. Ha! You won't distract me this time.
Silence!
Show no mercy. Suffer the...
Bring it! Let the mountain's veins boil!
Let my name echo in song. Show...
A petty trick.
Let the mighty be humbled. Bow your head.
The new
Yeah,
world
suck C6, you
that
bastard.
I've longed for.
Okay. And a solvent. We love to see that. I'm at 20 now. That's good. Alright, let's go heal Sitzolly. Oh, the sirens are going.
With the marrow of the three moons in my hand, behold the false moon's fall.
Settle down.
Fulfill our pact. you. Time to let the world come alive.
You cannot face me.
The tides beckon.
That's more like it. Some result. Go. Excellent. You barely managed to touch my level. Entropy. Bend.
You're an ass.
Bow your head.
Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song. Show no mercy. Suffer the rest.
Bring it! Hear the echoes of the valley!
Okay. Nothing to really write home about, unfortunately. Mondstadt. Mondstadt. Oh, I forgot to go into the teapot on my main on the free to play. I'm on my main. So I'll go grab the transient after we deal with Andreas. I missed the wolf hook. I saw it shining, but I didn't pick it up.
Settle down.
Fulfill our pact. Let the world come alive.
Oh, you bitch.
Show no mercy.
Silence.
That was very odd. And I didn't get officials. I did get another solvent, though. 21 solvents. I think I have one of hers.
I find
I created an...
Like, she needs better stuff, too, honestly. Why is this one better for you? 7.8, 14.8. Oh, it's crit rate that's up. Not the crit damage. Okay, that's why. We could swipe from Dea. So this is the other thing I need to take into consideration too for Fischl is getting her some better stuff. Okay, make up your mind, game. The flower with high crit rate and low crit damage is shiny for her, but the feather is not. None of the feathers are shiny. Okay. That's my only attack stance. Holy shit. The goblet's fine. That's my off piece. And that's the only crit rate circlet I have. So I actually should trade in for some golden troop for Fischl. Like, I'm still wanting to put her on Celestial Gift at some point, but that's only if I'm not running Nicole. Attack is increased by 25%. If the equipment character has completed the witch's homework, increase crit rate by 20. Elemental skill damage 20%. Increases elemental skill damage by 25%. Additionally, when not on the field, elemental skill damage will further increase. Okay, so Golden Truth I think is still going to be better than this. But this is an option when I'm not running Nicole, which is pretty much never at this point, even with Arlecchino and Lowen. So, okay, that's going to be a passive thing. I'm going to need to get a better golden troop set for right now. Onto Fischl. Like, Furina should be fine. I'm going to double check Furina, but I do also want to get some Viraksha stuff and actually build Dea a little bit more properly, because I do have her C6. So I would like to build her a little bit more properly so that she'll, you know, do something in the theater. But I will not, before anybody says anything, I will not waste any elixirs on making stuff for Fischl. Like, that would just be stupid. Yeah, I do have one. So I could just sack one of the solvents to Crown Oz. And I'd be okay with that. 11 crowns, so it would make me 10 crowns at that point. And so now we're picking and choosing here. This is why, like, some of the 4 stars were not crowned. But Lowen is an exception here that I'm willing to actually just test with Fischl. So, trying to think. I don't know if anyone new coming out is going to need a triple crown. I gotta look at Varka. I'm pretty sure Varka is skill. Is Varka only his skill, or does he need his normals too? I think it's only his skill, right? It's similar to Flynn's. And you don't necessarily have to burst on Varka. Like, I would still level it, but I don't think I would crown it. So potentially, because normally I would only double crown. So potentially there's 5 crowns I can do. What the hell am I saying 5 crowns for? It's 1 crown per talent, you idiot. I think I was trying to say double crowning. It's 5 characters I can double crown is what I wanted to say, and that did not translate at all. So all depending, why is your normal attack level 3? Did I accidentally hit a button at some point? I must have. All right, let me... Is there anybody else outside of doing this on Oz? You guys have been crowned for a while. Linnea's crowned. Lowen's crowned. I probably should do Kazua's skill at some point, especially since he might be relevant. I haven't heard anything about him getting a buff, but with Stellar Swirl coming around, you never know which animal character's gonna want it. Navia was going to go triple crown at some point. At some point, I'll do that for her, but not right now. Zabaya's crowned, Skirk is crowned, you're crowned. The one that matters most is crowned. Double crown, double crown, double Lauma. Lauma, again, is one of the ones that I should crown it, but not right now. Because she literally doesn't do much for why I have her. She might end up being a regret at some point. We'll see. Ching, we don't need to worry about. Raiden, I don't need to worry about. Sino. Sino might actually need a crown. And in this case, it would definitely be... Well, would it be his skill or his burst? At this point, with the power creep, the more, like, things you can throw at it, the better. I mean, I had a whole bunch of crowns at one point, and it was like, why not? And hello, welcome in. Unfortunately, like, because I don't have Sandrone to actually see his damage output for Stellar Conduct, I have to wait for the Traveler. I'm not going to throw any crowns at Sino at this moment in time. But I assume it would still want to be his burst at that point, because he throws himself into a mini burst with a skill now. So he might go double crowned. We'll see. If anything, just crowning his burst. What do you need, Sino? Just a... Okay. And you need Raiden Shogun. That's fine, actually. You know what? I think I'll do that then. What I'll do, starting next week, obviously, because I did my 3 bosses, instead of Andrea's, because I'll just solve the thing for Fischl, I will actually fight Raiden. This will give me more Electro Crystal so I can level Alyosha. Okay, so we are going to need Sino. So Sino is 1. Baiju's fine. Alhaitham's fine. Until I can find a use for Alhaitham, he can sit at 9. Hita's crowned. You're crowned. Didn't get anything for you, girly pop. So we're still fighting Dottore anyway. And I have your book. So you're just missing the Dottore drop. Although on this account, so far right now, I don't really have anybody that utilizes Nicole's burst. Unlike Klee, so... It's not a necessity right now. If I have it, I have it, but... Durin is crowned. Arlecchino is crowned. Dea can stay where she is until I can get her proper build. No, you are not crowned. You are one of the ones I do want crowned, though, because of Zebai. Why haven't I leveled this up? I have the stuff for... Oh, that's why you share books with Nicole. That's why. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with leveling yours thing up to 9. And then Prune's staying where she is because she's only C2. Yes, my Kaya is crowned, because I was using him with Arlecchino for a while. And yes, I'm aware that you technically didn't need to level I know stuff. I found that out too late. Dahlia's fine. And then these are the other ones that are going to need stuff. Prosperity was Chi-Chi's. Okay. How am I doing for... Not great. But Chi-Chi might be more relevant than Beto. Well, I say that, but I don't have Yumiko on this account, so... But Chi-Chi probably would go with Sino. Oh, this is hard. This is hard. I actually don't know what exactly I'm going to need for the new reaction stuff. Well, what happened when Natlan came out? You got an Effa. Yeah, I got an Effa because she was a support and I could use I could easily activate the reaction because of Nouvelette. Nouvelette's my main, so that was easy. This is actually kind of difficult. Okay. I do know that we are going to be farming ley lines still, and then I'll worry about books as we go. But I do think we're gonna have to level Chi-Chi at some point too. Chi-Chi and Beto. At least for a little bit. At least for a little bit. I might be able to get away with Alyosha instead of Beto, but we'll see. Beto's already level 70 though. And she is C6 question mark? Yes, she is. So she'd get the shred. And she'd be good for Risley, honestly. Damn, she would be really good for Risley. So that's the other thing I gotta play with. Okay.
The beauty of bright sunlight is best appreciated from the indoors through a window.
I completely forgot he was actually going through one of his idols. All right, back to Nutcry. We are doing Mora.
Looking for me? Ready whenever.
All right, so we'll get Ilua's skill up.
You two! Time to...
A lament for the... You leave no mistake.
Everything I farmed today is probably going to go into leveling the talents I just discussed. So it's kind of a moot point to do this right now, but whatever.
Be gone!
Oop.
Prepare to meet your maker! See, Laline! East Papa! Get him!
Get back! Stay away from me!
That was kind of weird. It looks like Lowen hit him, but didn't do any damage. That was weird. Is that everything? Nope. I gotta make sure I pick these things up, so. You don't have a... no, I have a Scoffia. The reason I'm using Silali is you want to boost Duran's damage for Lowen. So I will have to test out the damage again of the two, but I'm pretty sure I got better numbers with Sitlolly
Show no mercy.
than I did
You two.
Escopia.
Back! I'll lament or tremble. I won't judge. Now's our chance.
Power of friendship.
Add Astro. Thank you for
How am I doing on friendship here? That's not too bad. I'm very surprised Nicole's not higher. Like, Lowen is higher than Nicole, and they're in the same team. Alright. So we want fish. We have the books. It's literally just this. We will solve it in one. What do I have more of? This thing. So we'll get one. So we can crown Fischl. And then it was Elua. Layla didn't pop off again. Nikita and writing work because I am delusional. It's not that they can't work. It's just that the power creep says that they don't. All right. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. So we'll definitely have to make sure we can crown Elua at some point. So that's 2 crowns right there. But fish. Yeah. All right, crown Oz. All right. How am I doing on books, by the way? Nice. Very nice. And we're at 8 mil. I was at 9 mil. I am well aware. So we'll do Mora this week. And then I might do the books for Elua tomorrow, because that's when the domain should be open. So it might interrupt one day of it. But I would like to have those on hand for Zibai, since Zibai is probably the strongest character I do have. I just suck at playing her sometimes. The last slot, you don't know who to pick. Well, I'm assuming you're going for like aggravate, quicken, spread, that kind of thing. So you won't need hydro. So it would be another electro unit, and you probably would want to sustain. So, I mean, an Nepha can work if you wanted an electro sustain. Kuki. Kuki was always my go-to for my free-to-play account with Tainari. Okay. Now we got all that stuff. Let me go to my teapot really quick first, and then we'll go into Miliastra. I capped. Whoops. I meant to go
This
here
round-
yesterday, and I did not. I'll give it a couple days and then I can pick those up. That's fine.
If you ever have any...
You don't necessarily need to plant anything. All right. Let's see the damage for with fish.
Leave
No,
me
you don't win.
alone. Never mind. Let's go.
I think, funnily enough, I think at that point it would need a Scofier because the whole point is that we were replacing. Or did we leave Durin? I think we left Durin, right? Because we have Nicole. So it would be official here. Okay, let me put in Durin here because that would be on
I'll
the
be
right
right
button. There we go.
behind you.
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Scout ahead? I'm on it.
Okay, we're gonna try this first. Because the reason I was using a Scofier with Fischl is because of the stupid orb thing.
By royal decree...
Devouring claw! Element, let's fight!
No fairy tale ending for you.
Begone!
As you wish, main. Devouring claw! This day. Bet you weren't ready for this. Bet you weren't ready for this.
Such defiance.
Okay, there is a
reveal.
very big difference here.
Stay away from me! Leave none standing.
Okay. I've said this before about Lowen. For some reason, when I go to do his charge attack, like, either the skill isn't going off, or there's a wicked delay when he goes to do it. And I don't know why that is. However, yeah, this setup is bad, despite the overloads and stuff going off, too. So now I'm going to see... Return to Wonderland. Okay, so you're going, well, so for a build on Kuki, because this can work, Tainari does use attack. What I had been doing with Kuki, because, like you, I would put the EM stuff on Raiden, even though Kuki's probably better at it. I have her on Songs of Days Past, because she can trigger it. You could also probably make a set of Gilded for her and be fine. But yeah, it would require definitely having another build. However, if you did go Gilded for that team setup and you had an Efa could be on Gilded too. Gilded was one of her better sets when she first came out. Because, you know, her 2 sets weren't out. Oh, you know what? Well, let's just do this one really quick. And then I'll go back into the dummy. Oh, yay! I might actually get a whole ass outfit this time. Okay. So anyway, The reason I wanted to have Fischl here is actually because of the stupid orb. Because as you can see, I don't have Sandrone. And I actually used Lowen to fight it. So I used a Scopier because the
Let's go stretch
Scopier
our legs
can
while the
hit
flavors are mingling.
the orbs up top, so I could destroy them. And then we had Fish for the Superconduct.
Behold, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
Begone! By royal decree.
Tremble. I won't judge. Now's our chance. Struggle all you want.
I think not. Heaven's will. Make
Off to the freeze! Shadow Raven!
Now's our chance.
Okay, that didn't make a difference.
A little emotion. Odds revealed.
Like lambs to the slaughter. Let's fight. Now's our chance.
Yeah. I don't think the 4 stars can actually cut it to out damage Lowen. So his will to win is actually biting him in the ass. So now we'll compare damages here. Because again, I think the way he's supposed to work is that you want the sub DPS to do more damage. In this case, it's Durin. It's the only team that really functions. I'm kind of hoping that I can't remember his name. It's the one that looks like a 4-star, and he's apparently not. Might actually be good here. Not necessarily because of the witch's homework, but well, no, we would still have Hexarai. She's Hexarai. All right, I'm gonna put in Sitlali.
Leave me alone. Never mind. Let's go.
I'll be
So this
right
is the
behind
team
you.
I'm typically running. And we don't burst. Because it's a DPS loss. For Lowen.
Lolling, it's Papa.
Devouring claw. Just stay awake.
Tremble. I won't judge. Bet you weren't ready for this. Now's our chance.
My lunchtime alarm is going
all
off.
you want.
I think not. I live within you.
I switch to Sitlali.
You two. Time to end them.
A lament for the leave none stay. Now's our chance. Bet you weren't ready for this.
Such defiance.
Get to work.
Get back.
See, Lolling, it's Papa.
Well, this is already
Get
scuffed
up.
anyway,
The
but
abyss is burning. Shadow.
Let's fight. No fairy tale ending for you.
okay. I know he can do roughly around 120k with this team. Because I've seen him do that, and then you can see Durin is doing 54 while he's doing 41. I think that was the rotation getting scuffed, because normally they're about 1% apart. And nothing on their builds have changed. So now, let's see what happens when I put in Escoffier. Because now we're not... Escoffier will do some decent damage with the setup I have on her. But... no, that would actually make sense, because I don't really want to buff Lowen. Per se.
Utensils at the ready. I think not.
Get back. abyss is burning.
Leave none standing. Bet you weren't ready for this. Now's our chance. Like lambs to the slaughter. Bet you weren't ready for this.
Begone! Off to the freezer!
Devouring claw. The abyss is burning.
Bet you weren't ready for this.
A dash of frost!
Get back! Stay away from me!
Tremble. I will judge. Bet you weren't ready for this. Now's our chance. Struggle all you want.
Yeah. So they're on third rotation. Their max damage is roughly what I did last time. And as you can see here, Lowen did more damage than Durin. So this has the thing with the will to win. So it is better for Lowen's overall damage, but Lowen's personal damage, but the team damage is better with Sitlali. I believe that technically, I think Shilonen is supposed to be better, but I got better numbers with Sitlali, so we'll go back in and check. Hang on. So we are going to do Sitlali again.
Whatever you need.
And see if I can actually do the rotation correctly, now that the alarm's not going off.
Such suffer the wrath of East!
Devouring claw! The abyss is
Let's fight. No fairy tale ending for you. Bet you weren't ready for this.
Begone! Seat Laline! East Papa! Get him!
Get back!
I'll lament for leave none standing. Now's our chance.
Our little secret.
Switch to Sitlali! Oh my god!
You two! Time!
Get back!
I'll lament for tremble. I will judge. Struggle all you want. Bet you weren't ready for this.
Yeah, it's 116-ish. Again, I've seen it go a little bit higher. But again, I have that weird thing with either A, not swapping characters, or B, like, it feels like he's, like, lagging when he goes into his charge, and I don't know why. And yes, you do want to do his charge attacks. I don't think his normals do anything.
Such get to work! Suffer the wrath of East!
Devouring claw!
Alright, let's not
Lament,
charge.
Leave none standing. Now's our chance. Like lambs to the slaughter.
I think not.
Show no mercy! Seat Laline! East Papa!
The abyss is burning! Shadow!
Let's fight. Bet you weren't ready for this.
Begone! Get to work!
Well, this actually brings up a question. Hang on.
Get back! The abyss
I'll test
is
it after.
burning! Shadow!
Leave none standing. Now's our chance. Struggle all you want.
Okay, that was less. Well, what happens if I burst on Nicole? We'll see.
I live within you.
Seat Laline! East Papa!
Devouring claw! Stay away!
Bet you weren't ready for this. No ending for you. Now's our chance.
Such defiance. Heaven's will made me.
I think it's still a DPS loss for
You
Lois.
two! Time to...
Get back!
Element, let's fight. Bet you weren't ready for this.
Begone. Our little secret.
See, Laline! Eat Papa! Get him!
Thunder!
Element, tremble. I won't judge. Bet you weren't ready for this. Like lambs to the slaughter. Now's our chance.
Yeah, it's a DPS loss if I burst on Nicole. And if I actually do his normals versus his charge attack. He also did significantly less damage than Durin if I do that. So you want to charge attack on Lowen. I just wish it was more consistent and not feel laggy when I do it. All right. So last thing we're checking is Shalonen. We're just double checking Shalonen. Because ideally the party is this plus Shalonen. It's actually the party I run on Klee. And my
Is it time to
Shalonen is
go?
R1. So in theory, it should be better.
I think not.
Devouring claw! Stay. Oh,
Bet you weren't ready for this. Now's our chance. Struggle all you want.
Begone.
Why is there such a
away
delay?
from me.
Leave none standing. Bet you weren't ready
Is
for
my
this.
connection going squirrely?
Bring it!
Devouring claw! The abyss is burning. Shit!
Now's our chance. Like lambs to the slaughter. Now's our chance.
And that's the 115. So Shalonen is roughly the same as Sitlali. With dirt. That is funny. Oh, this actually makes sense. The other reason I'm using Sitlali because of the overall DPS is better than with Escoffier. It definitely is the cryo res that helps both of them.
I think not.
Thunder!
All right, let's see if I can do this a little bit better.
Away from me.
Let's fight. Struggle all you want. Now's our chance.
Such defiance.
Oh, I take that back.
Thunder!
That hit
Stay
120.
away from me.
Tremble.
Which I know Sitlali is capable of doing that
Bet you weren't
too,
ready
but
for this. Now's our chance.
Begone.
Get back! Stay away from me.
Leave none standing. Now's our chance. Bet you weren't ready for this. No fairy tale ending for you. Now's our chance.
all right. All right, technically Shalonen is better. I just need to up their crits. I don't care about that. Oh, cool. I'll get one of the outfits. Uh... Yay. Alright, so unfortunately, like, the team-wide DPS goes way down, so... With Escoffier, like, I didn't realize it was that low, even with Fischl, with a crown. So, I definitely need a better sub-DPS. Well, at that point, I guess it really is just boosting Lowen at that point, which is not really what you want.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
So, without the cryo res, what is your crit? 67 plus 16 for the artifacts? Or 20? 20. So, needless to say, I am above cap here. Because he's at 80. He's at 87! You should be critting okay, my boy. Durin is lower, right? No. Durin is at 99. So, despite... Oh my gosh. So, here's a question. Do I just up your crit damage? How much more damage would that do? Because if I run St. Lolly, both of them are way over cap. I can't really do anything about Lowen, but Durin, I can lower his crit. But if I do that... 71 plus 15? Okay, so 86? That's respectable. All right, let me... We need to see this. Yeah, so you'll be a 71. It's lower than I would want, but for the Shalonen run. And after I do this, I am going to go get my lunch, and then we'll go into Star Rail. Okay, again, I can't do anything about
Whatever
Lowen.
you need.
Because I need Lowen on the, I don't have a crit damage spear, let's put it that way. If I had Homa, that might be a little bit different, but I don't have Homa.
Such to fulfill our pact. Suffer the wrath.
Get back! The abyss is burning!
Struggle all you want.
Oh!
I think not.
See, Laline, eat Papa.
Thunder! The abyss is burning!
Bet you weren't ready for this.
Such defiance.
Thunder! The abyss is burning!
I fucked that up, but...
Suffer the wrath of Eve.
Like lambs to the slaughter. Bet you weren't ready for this.
Okay, so I screwed up the last rotation, but that went up to 121k, and their DPS maintained over 100k total. It's obviously, yeah, 50% Durin, 43% Lowen. So what happens when I put in Shalonen?
Is it time to go?
I think not.
Thunder! The abyss is burning! Let's fight! Now's our chance! No fairy tale ending for you!
Such defiance.
Devouring claw! A lament? Bet you weren't ready for this! Now's our chance! Bet you weren't ready for this!
I think not.
Thunder! A lament for the... Trim! I won't judge. Now's our chance! Like lambs to the slaughter.
Yeah, it's really so because I lowered their crits without having the resonance, especially on Durin, the damage isn't as great. And it's a lot closer too, as you can see with Durin being 52 and Lowen being 46. Yeah. So I think the answer is going to be like I need to get some better artifacts for sure. It might actually be switching Durin to the stat 6 sword as opposed to staying with the wolf fang until I can get his weapon, of course, which I think is a crit rate weapon. So that would mean I would need more crit damage. But running with Sitlali, 100% take him off the wolf fang. That actually made it pushed his damage up a little bit higher. Let's not log out in Miliastro. Okay, yeah. So with Silali, it's plus 15 for the cryo res. So that's 66. And then plus 20 is 86. So he's at 80%, 86% crit rate over 258. So that's pretty good. So I guess I'm going to leave him with this since I'm running him more than Zabai. And then I'll obviously put them back to the Wolf Fang if I need to use Zabai. So if I have him on the Wolf Fang, oddly enough, Shalonen is better. Interesting. Actually, really interesting. All right, I am going to go make some food. And we'll be back and do some Star Rail. And as I mentioned, I am going to cut stream a little bit early just to make sure I'm well cooled down and everything from all the stuff I had gone through over the weekend. So, I will be back. That's right. I turned this up so I could actually hear the story when I was doing the stuff on my main account. All right. So, Star Rail. I did actually do some stuff on Star Rail. Not story stuff. Heck that. So let me grab this. Blip. Blip, blip, blip. What's that? There's an exclamation point over there. Yes. So the first thing I did was Anomaly. So I went into MOC and tried Star Wars mode after semi-finishing Himiko. Like, her stuff still wasn't, like, maxed out or anything, but I wanted to give her a shot. And she was so stupidly close, it wasn't even funny. Like, if she didn't actually get crowd controlled, I would have won right then and there. But after doing that, I decided to go into Anomaly. And I ended up, first try, beating the king. And I'm like, what sense does this make that I can beat the king? Now, granted, I'm always on bronze. There's only one time I got a silver. Ever. But what point? It's like, this is supposed to be the hardest in the game. It's all on the same boss, too. Out of everything, excluding Pure Fiction. Out of everything. And I beat Anomaly. And I was like, well, what the fuck sense does that make? The following day... Actually, no, it was later that day. Because I was like, what sense does that make? I used every resource I had to get some attack feat on Himiko. Because I had Sunday, and I have E1 Tribi with her. So she is getting advanced in some capacities that her speed might not matter. And the attack boost that she got was enough to not only do MOC, it was enough for me to clear Apoc Shadow. So I'm sorry I did that off stream, guys, but I don't think I claimed anything in over here either. No, I didn't. But it was literally just me just trying. It sounds so weird. It was me trying. It was literally me just attempting and seeing where I stood. If it was even possible. Like, if I was so close like I was for MOC, I was like, oh, okay. Then I'll try to do it on stream. But it was like literally that small tweak going, really? And then, of course, Apoc Shadow. I don't know why I didn't just claim Apoc Shadow first, because I was standing right there. But yeah, these were the scores I got for Apoc Shadow. The Remembrance team, I still, for the life of me, can't figure out why it does this. And there is a bonus to the memo sprites for Remembrance against Nikador. And I don't understand why they feel so bad. It feels like something got messed up and we need apologems for it. Like, that's how bad it feels. But you can see that I almost got 3,600 with Himiko, which is almost 200 points more. Just roughly almost 200 points more than I had with the speed feat. This is doubled. If this is doubled, this is what we do.
How should we take it down? It's your call.
A will of metal and
A day of peaceful.
There's strength in number.
Starblast online. Initiating route clearance.
earth shatters, heaven trembles.
Swarm passing through.
Set forth! I'll safeguard your path! We are the Trailblaze!
Execute judgment. Execute judgment. Execute judgment.
Light up the cosmic night!
Adjusting organic biomass. Order replicate.
Toward distant horizons!
Adjusting organic biomass. Swarm passing through.
Drive toward new dawn!
Sequencing reorganized.
All right, here's the question: will Tribby and Sunday get not be crowd controlled,
A minor setback.
or will they
Soaring
save us
above
way?
the lands. This is permanence!
We are the Trailblaze!
Execute judgment.
Light up the cosmic night!
Adjusting organic biomass. Execute judgment.
Light up the cosmic night!
Adjusting organic biomass. Execute judgment.
Light up the cosmic night!
Collection. Initiating
safeguard your
investigation.
Yay! Sunday's unfrozen.
With a single step.
Adjusting organic
Serenity is
biomass.
before me. I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Toward distant horizons!
Adjusting organic biomass.
It's of no consequence.
Order replicate.
We are the Trailblaze!
Execute judgment.
Light up the cosmic night!
Sequencing reorganized. Initiating investigation.
Light up the cosmic night!
Adjusting
This is
organic
just silly.
Bring us skyward!
Execute judgment.
Light up the cosmic night!
Adjusting organic biomass.
Light up the cosmic night!
Collection. Initiating investigation. Execute judgment.
Light up the cosmic night!
Adjusting organic
I'll
biomass.
safeguard your path! We are the Trailblaze!
Execute judgment.
Light up the cosmic night!
Adjusting organic biomass.
Light up the cosmic night!
Sequencing. Initiating investigation. Execute judgment.
Light up the cosmic night!
Adjusting organic
I think we are lighting up the cosmic
Skyward.
night.
Light up the cosmic night!
Adjusting organic biomass. Execute judgment.
Light up the cosmic night!
Collection.
That's not obnoxious at all. Right? Looks like nothing for Himiko though. Ice damage, wind damage, break, break. HP, imaginary, quantum, imaginary, frick. Well, that was a whole lot of nothing.
Saving progress. Next time.
All right, let's go into currency wars. And we're going to attempt to get Holy Grail because I need the jade from it. Am I going to get jade from this? Yes. Expensive taste. What's that? Damage dealt by 3 cost characters and lower is changed to 80% of the original damage. And damage dealt by 4 costs or higher is changed to 105. Well, how dare you make me weaker at the start of the game? Can we start with this stuff? An extra supply phase, express cohort, all investment strategies in this round are prismatic quality. Let's grab this. Well, thank you, game. In nude mode, one character has a lucky strike rate of 50% or higher. And we will use Ho-Ho. We don't need a Glaya. I will gladly take a DHP. Yes, I do apologize. The only voice you're going to hear, if I can get him, is Archer. Because I think it's dumb that that's the only way you can turn on their voices. Okay, now and at the start of each plane, gain an emblem codex? Sure. We'll take skill points. Why not? Alright. Auto, do your thing so I can eat some nummy food.
Mountains roar, dragons rise!
Protect me!
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
Sign the contract! Infinite power! Infinite power! Transform! Seal removed!
Pick on someone your own size!
Oh.
Fiends or devils,
crush them all!
Insufficient power. Beep, beep. Low battery.
Mountains roar, dragons rise! Earth shatters, heaven trembles! Mountains roar, dragons rise!
Time stretch. Where are you hiding?
Protect me!
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Light damage. Time stretch. Next episode.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles! Mountains roar, dragons rise!
Rumor mill for Noi. Okay. Rain assaultable, okay. Is he has to do with spread, aggravate, and cryo. Huh. That would be very much left field if true. Cause that helped. Here, you can take that. Take that for a little bit.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
Get the Rhine grass. Which might not be there at the start of Snezhnaya, but everyone's expecting that to come, so.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Maybe cryo will be added with electro to make the quickened state. I'm intrigued. Oh, this is dying way too fast. I'm not even gonna bother picking up my food. Alright, so now all we need is Archer. I'll hold on to DHP, but I'm honestly looking for the flower amulet thing so I can put it with the battery, and then I would have extra healing, because Hua Hua is kind of slow. Got a Sunday here. It really wants me to have Rin. Okay. So this is good. You can take this back. We are going to change this. That's something else. Then we have this. So now we can do... no, it's not that. Yes. Oh, that was a fast Rin. Okay. So we're gonna sell DHP. I don't think we're gonna need him. I'm going to grab Blade. Tribute would also be good, if I'm being honest. But we'll leave it this way for now. Robin could also be fine.
The flesh wound. Rise to the challenge. Bear witness to your fighting a gentleman. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
Can you find the answer?
For chivalry.
Jeez, Ren. I'm sorry, I munched you guys in the ear. I thought I turned my mic off. More skill points, okay.
Tempered 1,000 times. Purgatory, take hold! Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Can you find the answer?
There, now I don't even have to worry about Archer. Ooh. Lose 88 squad HP and all gold coins. Oh, holy moly. No, I don't like either of these. I don't like either of these. That lasts for one node? That is such a waste. Because I don't have any 5 costs. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. So we'll just, they go away in one node, so we have to use them. That's so mean. That one sucked. It really did. Because I either lost all my Holy Grail characters, which would defeat the purpose. Oh, save me, Blade. Please.
Tempered 1,000 times. Tomb of Blade Eternal. Tempered 1,000 times. Purgatory takeover. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
Can you find the answer?
Also the squad HP, man. That one was so mean. Why would you do that?
Tempered 1,000 times. Tomb of Blade Eternal.
Interesting. Underestimate me? Interesting.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Can you find the answer?
Purgatory takeover! Tomb of Blade Eternal!
Give me strength!
See you next episode.
Sign the contract!
Well, at least my coins recovered.
Tempered 1,000 times. Purgatory takeover! Step 1, implementation.
Can you find the answer?
Tomb of Blade Eternal. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Give me strength!
Purgatory takeover! Tomb of Blade Eternal! You will serve as the tempering fire! Mission failed.
Pitch jargon. Lose all wish trials. What the hell does that mean? Attempt to destroy the Holy Grail and suffer contamination of black mud to gain a massive amount of luck stats. Yeah, no, we're just gonna engage in the 3 combats. Okay, thanks. Okay, this is almost done. Anaxa, I would love to use you, but you don't have your light cone.
Tempered 1,000 times. Purgatory, take hold!
Can you find the answer?
Tomb of Blades Eternal! Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Well, that worked in my benefit. Alright, one more Gilgamesh. Well, crap. Just give me Gilgamesh. Alright, that works too. Honestly, I probably should have taken Tribby. I'm probably going to have to sell somebody. Oh no, we got Hoo-Hoo. Cool. Alright, you know what? We're gonna do this for right now. Asheville can sit there. Because we only have the 1% to see the 5 cost right now, so... But I do have the max Holy Grail characters with the emblems, so I don't necessarily need to find Archer. It would be nice. Hey, you know what? Instead of Asheville, I forget which one's which. For science, I think I'll just do the Fate banners and the ZZZ stuff when it comes out for HSR. That should be different. It should be. Honestly, I think with HSR, you'll just have more fun playing the characters you like and be damned the end game, if I'm being honest. The power creep in this game is so bad. Give me Gilgamesh! That's Topaz. There we go. There's Gilgamesh. And we can grab Blade. So we just need one more Blade.
Tempered 1,000 times.
Harmony and unison.
Tomb of Blade Eternal. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
Can you find the answer?
Purgatory takeover.
Just cuz. Let's greed. And there he is. So we actually got them all. So how do we want to do this? I guess it would be take out Robin right now. Just on Saber. Well, that does me no good. I already have one of these. Alright. We'll try to change it later. I'll grab Robin, and we'll see if we can get her in at the end. But I don't think that's happening.
Tempered 1,000 times. Purgatory takeover.
Ow.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
Can you find the answer?
lady. Really? No sparkle?
Tempered 1,000 times.
Resonate all together.
Tomb of Blades Eternal. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
Can you find the answer?
Ow!
Tory, take hold.
Over budget. And something else popped up there too. Now it's thinking about it. Alright, can we find Sparkle? That's a black swan. Ah, Robin. Might as well grab Robin. There's one. There she is. We might as well just burn through the coins. Why not? Archer? Huh? No Cyrene? Alright, I'm gonna see if we can get Archer, because it's not gonna look good for Robin. Because that would have only been 2 out of what I needed. So let's see if we can find Archer. The answer is no. Nope. No Archer.
Tempered 1,000 times.
Resonate all together.
Purgatory, take hold.
Don't bother me! Insufficient clean power!
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
Can you find the answer?
eternal!
Deep cleaning mode activated!
Owie!
Damage! Do not disturb!
Retake hold!
Cleaning begins!
Oh, Archer!
Eliminate pain!
Stories Echo.
Do not disturb!
体ボルグ Here!
Do not disturb!
逃げ場はない
Don't bother me!
Here!
Oh my god! Look at the left!
体ボルグ
Can you find the answer?
Unlimited Blade Works
Do not disturb!
Damn! Yeah, Holy Grail is very powerful. Oh, next run will give me SMG too. That's good. One link, of course. We had activate the 4 Holy Grail. Then we had Holy Grail and Energy. Holy Grail and skill points, and there was one other one I didn't see what I had. All the way down at the bottom. Energy and Holy Grail, skill point Holy Grail, and then 5 Holy Grail. I had more than that, but yeah. So awesome! Completed combat using Himiko Nova with 6 different navigator effects total. I've had 3. Thank God for the claim all. Alright, so it was over budget. Have Rin consume more than 100 gem energy, and then 2/3 divine. Upon victory, Gilgamesh's HP percentage is between 64 and 67. I don't know why I said 67. It says 68. Did I want a meme? I don't know. Alright. Ooh, we got a 10er too. Nice. So first things first, we have this one pull here. I know we're close to possibly a 5-star. I think I'm at like 70. $60, 65, 70, 75. So we're at 77. Nope. Wow. Wow. So what I'm hoping for is to get Himiko's light cone, because Himiko Nova can use it. If I don't get it from the warp, I'll probably, once I get the 4 pieces from the battle pass, I'll just purchase it that way. And that way Anaxa can have his light cone. Alright. Now, Rin. 38. So 48. Nope. All right. 49. 50. 51. Two, 3, 54. Nope. No earlies. Now, I do know I need to do some Divergent Universe at some point. Oh, is that fire? Is it fire? It's attack. It's attack with speed. It's in crit damage. It's not bad, but I would like to keep the fire. Another energy, but nothing. Attack with nothing. Oh, that's for Gilgamesh. And this is only for Himiko. Okay. Well, unfortunate. Well, before I decide to do that, how many characters do I have that I can send? That's unfortunate. So I did do the initial ascend on everybody. Oh, that was her E6.
With this strength, I can save more lives.
All right. I want to use them all, so... Again, it's so close. I still don't think that was it. Nope. We're just buying one at a time. Nope. I wanted to punch Screwy. I didn't want to talk to you. Yo! I wish it would lead me down here. Oh, that's it. Okay, so it goes completely dark. Oddly, I got Himiko. I was hoping for the light cone, not Himiko. All right. So what that just means is that I have to use the things from the battle pass to get the light cone. And that's fine.
The Express's path bridges the stars, as if it were a string of shimmering pearls.
So unfortunate. Ugh. That puts me at 52, so got another 2 wishes here for towards Ren. So why not? Nope. No whirlies. No whirlies. 146. Woo! Sadly, I don't think I'm going to make that many wishes to get Archer his light cone. I wish I could, but that ain't happening. I also haven't chosen which one I'm going to take. I still don't know. Because, like, I think getting E1 Archer is better than getting Gilgamesh just because I don't have Saber. And I don't think I have anybody else that meshes well with Gilgamesh, as far as I'm aware. If I do, let me know, but I don't think I do. But anyway, that is where I'm calling stream for today. As I mentioned, just calling it after Star Rail just so we can make sure that I'm okay. Temperature-wise, it is getting a little bit warm in here. I don't know if I'm going to have to turn on the AC or not, but just sitting directly in front of the little fan should help. Tomorrow, technically normal shenanigans, but like I said, we're going to just be on the free-to-play account for Genshin immediately and stay on that until lunchtime. And then we do Star Rail, and then we go into my main account for whatever I need. If there's plenty of time left, obviously I'll go back to my free-to-play account so we can start working on getting the primos from the events, because I haven't done them yet. And I got to make sure they get done. We're not going to get as many primos as my main account has, for sure. But hey, as long as we can start building some pity towards Odette or whatever it is I need, awesome. Yay. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I think that was it. I'm not quite sure what to do about Jades and Star Rail. I really don't want to do any of the events. The story maybe, but... And that's just skipping through stuff. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. And until then, take care, everybody.